Hey guys, it's Stephanie, and this is Thursday on Riffage.com. Jay-Z, the rap star behind hits such as Jigga What, Jigga Who, Izzo, and 99 Problems, has come out of his 2-year retirement from making music. He retired in 2003 with The Black Album, and has since then been featured on tracks with alleged girlfriend of Beyonce and other artists. His newest CD, Kingdom Come, comes out this fall. The band NXS, who last year dubbed J.D. Fortune their new lead singer since Michael Hutchinson's death in 1997, has parted ways with their American label Epic. They're still staying with Sony BMG in their home country of Australia. They also have to cancel their European tour so guitarist Tim Ferriss can get some torn ligaments in his knee operated on. The show Rockstar has ended its second season, crowning Lucas Rossi the new lead singer of supergroup Supernova. Supernova was supposed to be a supergroup with Tommy Lee from Motley Crue, Gilby Clarke from Guns N' Roses, and Jason Newsted from Metallica. However, I don't think Supernova is going to be that. Taking it that Supernova is already a punk trio that's suing this Supernova for the name. So, along with their new lead singer, Lucas Rossi, they have to come up with a new name. Which brings us to our next topic. When putting a band together, you really want to make sure you give yourselves a good name, especially if you have really good music, because most likely that's going to be the first impression, and you don't want people to pass up your music just because you have like some shitty name. Some singers give themselves a stage name to give themselves a little boost in case their names are a little bit too plain, such as Brian Warner, who gave himself the name Marilyn Manson. Marilyn from Marilyn Monroe, and Manson from the cannibalist Charles Manson. Alicia Moore became Pink. Pink was from a nickname, Mr. Pink, from the movie Reservoir Dogs. Her friends thought she acted just like the character, so they started calling her that, and she's now Pink. But be careful, because this name has kind of doomed her to always have a little bit of pink in her hair. Annie Danielewski. She became Poe after she wore a Halloween costume based on Edgar Allan Poe's poem, The Red Massacre. Some bands are inspired by other people's songs, poems, or even movies. Panic at the Disco took inspiration from the song Panic by the band named Taken. Stabbing Westward took their name from the poem titled Stabbing Westward by William Wordsworth. Death Cab for Cutie was inspired by a song that was in the Beatles movie Magical Mystery Tour. They started the band around that name just because they thought no one else would probably name their band something like that. And it's worked for them so far. Some bands are completely original, or just plain random. U2 based their name off of the band's philosophy that U2 were part of the music. Aerosmith was just something that Joey Kramer just kept writing on his notebooks for some reason. Evanescence got their name because it was a word found in the dictionary. Evacuate, evacuee, evade, evaluate. The band Cheap Trick asked the Ouija board. Now this is the one I find most interesting. The Postal Service are 2 guys who lived in 2 different cities, and the way that they made their music was one guy wrote the music and then put it in an envelope, sent it to the other guy who put lyrics to it. And I guess the name is just an homage of the U.S. Postal Service that made it all possible. You know, this talk has really inspired me. I think I need a stage name. My name is far too plain and kind of hard to pronounce, so it's the perfect candidate. I need something edgy, something sexy, something catchy. I could go the P. Diddy route and become S-Mitty, only Smitty? No, I don't want to be Smitty. I could go the J-La route and be Esma, which would kind of summarize to be Sma, which is kind of like what somebody would say if they don't really care about something. Sma. I could do a childhood nickname. Well, my sister used to call me Step On Me. But that's not really catchy or sexy or edgy at all. Oh well, I tried. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been Stephanie, and this is Riffage.com. Bye.